this was the last beautiful day between transition of summer and autumn. And we really created the biggest levels ever in a Hitman game. And with that comes the ambition to create locations that feel sort of real, attached to some sort of reality, and act and react like you would expect them to. So yeah, these guys didn't like so much that we walked in front of the camera, you know. But you know, we could have our option, we could have waited a little and maybe learned a little more about the information about our target, the Novikov. But what I'm going to do now is actually nothing that you guys are able to do in the game. So I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to take you on a little tour here. Show you a little bit more about this level. So we have a nice parking area here. That gives you maybe some ideas how you can stealth your way through here. There's a nice park area going on. Making our way around here. And as you can already see there, the guests are here on this beautiful terrace. We have actually, the crowd system is back in Hitman, but on top of the crowds, we have actually over 300 fully simulated NPCs, and they're all active at the same time. And what that means is everything you do on one side on the level has an impact on the other side of the level. And just as a comparison, in our last game, Absolution, we had around 40 to 50 NPCs and the most dense checkpoints, so this is a massive increase. Also, every one of those 300 NPCs are potential targets for contract mode, which is also back from Absolution. We also drastically increased the death traps per square meters in this game. So this little gas heater might give you some ideas, you know, maybe you could just pass it by, poke it, or dress up as a service guy with a wrench and, you know, do your thing there. And the next guy who lights a cigarette, yeah, he's in for an explosive surprise. So we're heading inside here. Everything has a purpose in our levels. We don't fill up those rooms just for the sake of it. So as you can see here in the chandeliers, you can, you know, do a little thing there. Also back here is the bar. Maybe you guys saw one of our first gameplay videos where we actually poisoned Victor Novikov here in this bar. And speaking about poisons, you can actually poison everything, all sorts of food and drinks, everything you see here. And we have actually 3 different kinds of poisons. So we have the kind that kills you, of course. We have the kind that puts you to sleep, and we have the kind that makes you go to the toilet real badly. Alright, I'm heading in there to the fashion show now. It hasn't started yet, so people are waiting for the models on the catwalk. Again, it looks really beautiful in here. Also gives you some ideas of what, you know, you could do as an assassin. Up here are some great vantage points. Then we have this light rig over there that maybe one of you already saw coming down. I'm heading back now in the backstage area where the models are getting ready. So this is the backstage area. It's insanely busy, of course. And always keep in mind, I mean, these guys are not just stand-ins. Every NPC has a role to fulfill. Everyone has a function. So they're not just sitting there the whole time. They will get up and enter the catwalk at some point. Alright, I'm heading back outside now. Yeah, for some reason our level designers always put some interesting stuff in here. Taking a quick tour over here. So here's a interesting. It's box of crates, like what's interesting about box of crates. So some of those crates transported throughout the building, and you can actually put a weapon in there or some sort of other item that you have transported for you. Because this is actually a very tight operation here. There's lots of security going on, and there are individual security checkpoints, meaning there are guys, mostly at stairs, that will frisk you. But as long as you don't have any weapon on you or anything suspicious, you're okay. And that's why you put your stuff in there and have it transported for you. Because the security guys, they know the person, all right, but they don't know you. So that's a really cool gameplay mechanic, actually. All right, heading over there now. These trailers might give you an idea of how you could stealth your way through there.